The Viet Cong was the name given by Western sources to the National Liberation Front during the Vietnam War. The National Liberation Front was a political organization with its own army, People's Liberation Armed Forces of South Vietnam, in South Vietnam, in Cambodia, that fought the United States and South Vietnamese governments, eventually emerging on the winning side. It had both guerrilla and regular army units, as well as a network of cadres who organized peasants in the territory it controlled. Many soldiers were recruited in South Vietnam, but others were attached to the People's Army of Vietnam, the regular North Vietnamese Army. During the war, communists and anti-war spokesmen insisted the Viet Cong was an insurgency indigenous to the South, while the U.S. and South Vietnamese governments portrayed the group as a tool of Hanoi. Although the terminology distinguishes Northerners from the Southerners, Communist forces were under a single command structure set up in 1958. North Vietnam established the National Liberation Front on December 20, 1960 to foment insurgency in the South. Many of the Viet Cong's core members were volunteer regroupés, Southern Viet Minh who had resettled in the North after the Geneva Accord. Hanoi gave the regroupés military training and sent them back to the South along the Ho Chi Minh Trail in the early 1960s. The NLF called for Southern Vietnamese to overthrow the camouflaged colonial regime of the American imperialists, and to make efforts toward the peaceful unification. The People's Liberation Armed Forces of South Vietnam's best-known action was the Tet Offensive, a massive assault on more than 100 South Vietnamese urban centers in 1968, including an attack on the U.S. Embassy in Saigon. The offensive riveted the attention of the world's media for weeks, but also overextended the Viet Cong. Later communist offensives were conducted predominantly by the North Vietnamese. The organization was dissolved in 1976 when North and South Vietnam were officially unified under a communist government. Names. The term Viet Cong appeared in Saigon newspapers beginning in 1956. It is a contraction of Viet Nam Cong San, or alternatively Viet Gian Cong San. The earliest citation for Viet Cong in English is from 1957. American soldiers referred to the Viet Cong as Victor Charlie or VC. Victor and Charlie are both letters in the NATO phonetic alphabet. Charlie referred to communist forces in general, both Viet Cong and North Vietnamese. The official Vietnamese history gives the group's name as the Liberation Army of South Vietnam or the National Liberation Front for South Vietnam. Many writers shorten this to National Liberation Front. In 1969, the Viet Cong created the Provisional Revolutionary Government of the Republic of South Vietnam, abbreviated PRG. Although the NLF was not officially abolished until 1977, the Viet Cong no longer used the name after PRG was created. Members generally referred to the Viet Cong as the Front. Today's Vietnamese media most frequently refers to the group as the People's Liberation Armed Forces of South Vietnam.